because if I was in a position of power or authority, I would have you all arrested and tried for treason against my country under the grounds of 18 U.S.C. 2381 treason U.S. Code. Whoever owing allegiance to the United States levies war against them or adheres to their enemies, giving them aid and comfort within the United States or elsewhere, is guilty of treason.
City of Las Vegas Detention Center.
Your account balance is $38.75. To hear the charges for this call, press 2. To accept this call, press 5. To refuse this call, hang up now. This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Hello.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. So you had a chance to watch the documentary?
Yeah, it was really good.
Now, there was an interview. I think I was in a motel room.
Yep.
It was after the funeral.
Yep.
How long was that clip and what was said in it?
Wow. It was a few minutes and you said the same things you say all the time.
What exactly did I say in that clip? Because they asked me in that interview, and they said, "You're a fugitive now. Are you going to turn yourself in?" And I said, "Absolutely not," or I'm not. I can't remember my exact words, but I said no. And then we talked about Robert Loy Finicum being a martyr, and I said nobody wanted him to be a martyr, and they said, "Well, he is now," and I said, "Yeah, I guess he is." And what else was said? I threw Mark McConnell under the bus because I thought he was the informant that led him into the ambush that got him killed. I said that. So I'm just wondering what all made it into that edit.
I'm pretty sure they didn't say Mark McConnell.
Okay.
And when they did show Daniel Love, they blurred his face out.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay. But what did I say in the interview?
Okay, I'm going to try to pull it up, but it doesn't work all the time.
Like anything I said in the interview was in there.
Hold on, let me see if I can get it here. I'm trying. It might take a minute or it might glitch out. Let's see what happens. Yeah, they had you in the hotel.
They had ringed it with chain link cyclone fencing. They had put in jersey barriers for like ramming. Those guys were kitted up for warfare with more kit that I had seen in Afghanistan.
The amount of escalation and force that they were willing to use for a handful of protesters was very shocking. We were 35 miles away from the town. Nobody ever threatened anybody. I don't understand where the level of fear came from.
They shut the BLM down. They shut the Forest Service down. They shut the schools down. There wasn't a gun at the refuge that would shoot 30 miles.
We in this land, we grow up clinking tin cans with 22s, hunting jackrabbits, and the first thing we're taught is what? Do not point guns at people. And so I have never in my life pointed a gun at a person, and I never intend to. You know, they should never point a gun at me, and I shall not point a gun back, and we shall leave it at that. But I will live under a clear sky till the day I die.
I thought this was more of you, but that was you for a bit.
Yeah, that was. But they didn't even. Boy, they totally.
But no, I think.
At least it was good, but they totally. I mean, there was probably 10 minutes of interview there.
Yeah, let me see if I can find more. There might be more here.
But I like how they put that together with the because there really was an escalation of force. It was like, what in the world? We're just a bunch of protesters at a bird refuge 35 miles away out of town. Why did they lock it down like martial law?
Yeah, and they talked about how the schools were closed down and how Ammon met with the feds and told them to open up the schools and that we're not coming to hurt anybody. And I think it was pretty fair.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it was as fair as can be, I would say.
I like Lavoie. Oh, I miss him so much.
Yeah, but he went out on his own terms, if you ask me. But
well, he did, and he told me, because I also said in an interview, he told me 2 days before he died he wanted his body buried at on his ranch, and I was like, why would you tell me that, man? And it was kind of hard to hear because it was like he knew, and it was like, what do you know that I don't know? And I was like, I told him, I said, don't talk like that, and we prayed, and then it happened.
Yeah.
And so it still makes me ill to think about. I don't like talking about it, but I really miss Lavoy.
I know, dear.
He was a good man.
I know, dear, but look how lucky he's not here anymore, and it sucks being here.
It does. But he left so much behind.
Yeah, he really did. What a beautiful, beautiful family.
So, is there any news?
Well, they're having the camp out. They got 2 Johnny on the spots on the public land surrounding the jail in Pahrump. They got a demonstration. They built a 3-foot by 3-foot cell and put bars on it, and they have guys going in there. I think one guy lasted 2 or 3 hours, and it was like a fundraiser for Ammon's defense fund. It's
okay, cool.
Yep, and they're doing Jericho marches around the jail. They're doing 2 weeks on and 2 weeks off, so they can have their permit to camp on the public land. So every 2 weeks, a new group will go in and camp. And some bigwigs from the jail, the private prison jail, came from Tennessee today. A bunch of bigwigs, because there was so much outcry about what happened to Ammon that they went to investigate.
Right.
And Steve Grasty, the county judge, he's interviewed in this too. And,
is he?
Yeah, you want to hear what he says?
No, because it'll just make me vomit.
Yeah, okay, I understand.
I don't want
But he does look like a jerk. I'm sorry.
He's a jerk.
Yeah.
He absolutely shows you the people who are in power are arrogant assholes.
Yeah.
Excuse my language, but I mean, what other term should I use? It's what it is.
Yeah, but he even points out how the lumber industry in his town, they used to be so well funded, or such an economically vibrant city, and then I guess the EPA came in and said no, and then now they're poor because of the loss of the lumber industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was part of our message. We said this used to be the most profitable county in Oregon, and now it's on its way out to be a ghost town at the rate it's going.
Yeah, but I do see supporters from Burns, on the live feeds that are supportive.
So the interviews were good then?
Yeah, they were.
Okay.
They got you in the bell tower too, and they also have a few shots of everybody praying, I guess, inside the refuge, down on their knees, which is great. And they also have the guy with the beard from Pacific PPN. He was all right too.
With the beard.
Pacific PPN. Yeah, he's got a beard. I don't know what his name. I think he's like the president of PPN.
Okay.
He says this wasn't it wasn't a good plan, but they, I know what he said. He said that he's former military, and that was an ambush. The way they tried.
Was it Joseph Rice?
I can play you his voice. Let me look for his voice. He's got like a salt and pepper beard, and he seemed to lead the PPN meetings.
What did he do? Did he say he did in the military? Was it a JTAC?
Maybe. In Iraq or Afghanistan.
That would be Joseph Rice.
Yeah.
I bet you it's Joseph Rice, but I don't remember.
It looks like they interviewed him at his house.
Okay.
Yeah. So it went over really well, and it's about an hour and 37 minutes long. And you can get the link. I'll probably try to post the link under the video, but sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Like this time I pulled it up, it just worked. But sometimes it doesn't. I don't know if it's glitching or...
Did you check out those account settings, by the way?
I'll go down and do that tonight.
Oh, okay.
But
It was just...
yeah, I'll check it out again tonight.
Hey, Blaine.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Wait. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I want to quickly. I'm going to keep bugging you about this article that we need written about you.
Press release.
Yeah, we really need like a. I don't know.
Hang on, I can't. Go ahead. Sorry, the guy's yelling over the intercom. I can't hear a thing.
No, we really need like, I don't know, 1 to 5 pages, whatever pages you think is appropriate.
Oh,
but
the press release thing.
Yeah, we really need that to kind of educate people about you that's never heard of you before.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and here's the guy from PPN.
Sitting in the courthouse, and the FBI sitting in the schoolhouse, and they all are not communicating or talking to each other. So we arranged for Ammond and Sheriff Ward to meet on that road, have a discussion, and Sheriff Ward offered, I'll drive you to the county line. And we're like, that's it?
Standing side by side, Sheriff.
That was him.
Yeah, I think that might be Joseph Rice, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. Well, at least it's out there. The truth's getting out there.
Is it working now?
Yeah, I needed to...
Yep.
Hello?
No, I'm sorry, Blaine. We were trying to link. We were trying the link earlier, and it wasn't working. But it appears it's working now. And you asked a question earlier today of how many people does DirecTV get to, and I haven't had a chance to look that up yet.
Right. Well, I know I thought they said 25 million, but I don't know if they advertise, and not all 25 million are probably going to buy that movie, and so I'm wondering what their percentage is. So usually I think it's about 10%, but that would still be quite a bit of people.
Yeah, it certainly would.
Yeah.
But, and then once they see it, they're going to tell other people, and then it'll get around. But
here's that guy again saying something else. Hold on one sec. Here it is.
Sending a 74-year-old rancher back to prison after he served his sentence in entirety is not an American value. It's unjust.
I think the judge that made decisions.
Whoops. That was that guy, the PPN guy, talking about Hammonds.
Did the Hammonds lose their ranch?
I don't know.
Because it said something in the documentary that they end up having to give the ranch back. That's what Melissa said.
I don't know about that.
But I thought somebody paid their fine for them.
I have no idea.
So I didn't know. I was like, what do you mean they lost the ranch?
I don't know. I pay mostly attention to political prisoners. I don't pay a whole lot of attention to the Hammonds, although I understand it's terrible.
Right.
Like even the Bundys. The only reason I watch the Bundy situation is because of you and Pete Santilli.
Right.
I got a lot on my plate.
I know you do.
And Skyler.
I was going to bail out a U.S. Marine out of this jail, and I didn't end up being able to do it. Didn't have the money, but he asked me, and he's like, "You'd bail me out?" And I said, "Well, you served our country. It's the least I can do."
Yeah.
And it was like $50. I was like, but Melissa didn't have it, so we're hurting too. I mean, we're broke. But I thought if I could see somebody go free, it'd make me happy. And
yeah, really.
I said, go out there and tell everybody Blaine bailed you out.
That'd be good.
Hey, quick question for you. I've been using as a 10-second introduction to your videos when you were calling for treason for McCain. Are there other videos like that? Are there other videos that you can think where you were really shining that would really show your character?
There was when I confronted John McCain. there's the Koran burning video,
Hey,
but I don't think you want to use that one.
Yeah.
I personally love. I know where you're coming from, but I personally love it.
When they played that to the jury in the courtroom, I looked around and was like, oh, yeah, that was probably not a good idea for the defense.
Yeah, how was that even relevant? How was that relevant to anything?
Well, when the defense did it, I was kind of like, why would they do that? Because I think that hurt the defense. Because I think a lot of those jurors were liberals, and here I'm telling them to go screw themselves.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I don't know if that was a bad move on their part to try to discredit me, or it was kind of like, if I was a defense attorney, I would not have played that video to somebody I'm trying to get an acquittal for.
Yeah. Well, in my book, you get an extra bonus 500 points, but I know in everybody else's book it might be a problem.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other stuff that I did. You know what? There is an InfoWars video that you could look up, and it wasn't on Alex Jones, but it was another guy that worked for InfoWars. And do you remember when do you remember hearing the story about when that company was selling targets of like kids and a pregnant woman holding a baby?
Yeah.
I was the guy that called and slammed them, and because of that video I did, they had to remove those targets, and they no longer sell them.
Oh, good.
Wow.
So it's an audio stream, and I called them up and recorded the conversation, and I said, why are you guys making so? I mean, that's another video I did that went pretty hot.
Is that still on your channel? Is that still on your channel? If I was to go look,
it wouldn't be on my channel because this is back when I was really popular. But then they started shutting down my. They shut down my YouTube channels. Were taking all my videos away. It was crazy, and I'm like, what the heck, man? So that's one video, but you can look up. You might be able to put in like police state. I don't know how you would find that.
Prison
Planet.
Planet.
Kids, I don't remember what the video was titled as.
I think everybody really likes the McCain one.
Yeah, the McCain one is off the charts.
Yeah.
It's really good.
And John.
But that was a really good video because that made a big difference. Because I got it like 100,000 views in one day because I thought it was so perverse that and it was DHS. That's what it was. They had a contract with DHS, and they were selling those targets to them. And I think they sold like 3 million targets. And I said, ain't happening. Not in my country.
Wow.
No, because that sets a bad precedent. You're saying it's okay to shoot kids because they have a gun.
Yeah.
So how do you know it's not a squirt gun? I think what they do is they create a level of fear with law enforcement. That's why they shoot people all the time.
Right.
And they need to be able to defend themselves. I get that, but I think it goes too far because I would hope they would think twice to shoot a little 5-year-old in the face.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think that's got to be a hard judgment call too as a cop. I mean, who wants to make any decision like that?
No.
They're programmed to just do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, you want to hear John? John was really good in this too.
Oh, there's another good video on my Facebook if you go through my videos.
Yeah.
Where me and John Ritzheimer trolled the FBI. And it's funny.
You remember the title?
I said,
you remember the title?
I don't.
Okay.
And it would have been more recent before the refuge. Actually, I think we did that video right before the refuge. And it's funny because it says, because the FBI couldn't find John. There was reports going on there. The FBI's lost track of John Ritzheimer because he was protesting all the mosques. And so he went in front of the FBI building in Phoenix and trolled it. And I'm like, I'm here with John Ritzheimer, who apparently the FBI has lost track of. Well, John's right here. We're in front of the FBI, and all is well. There's no threat, but this should be a concern to every American citizen. If the FBI can't keep track of a well-known American citizen who's had numerous publications in the media, how are they going to keep track of Syrian refugees who want to blow up and kill innocent American people? This should be a concern to every American. It was funny. So I played it really good. But if you just sit there and go through my videos on Facebook, and I know there's a lot of them, you're going to find stuff that went viral for me.
Okay, we're gonna ask the audience to do that.
Right. If you wanted to find something else to throw in there, but that's all I can think of. I did a video where I gave a salvation message, and
Oh, that
had a
would be
rapture
good.
video
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
at the end, and that got that. So you can find that on my third watch page. So I got third watch is another page of mine that should be offset on my Facebook. So when you share, you can share to my like page, my Blaine Cooper public thing, and then to my third watch page. And if you go through there, or go through my videos, you should be able to find that. And it's a salvation message. And at the end, it plays Jerusalem Countdown, the end of that movie of when everybody got raptured at the end of the movie. It's a really good video. And I got like 40,000 views on it when I first uploaded it to YouTube, but I don't know where it's at now.
Perfect. That would be great.
If you can find it.
Especially for...
I wish I was there. I could find it really quick, but...
This audience would love that. Okay, bye, Blaine.